Hey guys, in regards to the structure of the Claude folder, it doesn't matter, what order what folders or files you put in there. You just need to be able to remember what they are so that you can point Claude to them the next time that you use it. And you can even ask Claude to help you to get it organized in a way that will make sense to you or to it as well. Remember, one of the important things is that you need to convert files into Markdown so that the AI can easily read them and not chew through excessive credits. So this is Claude desktop. This is the chat version, and you can interface that through the web page. This is the co-work, where I think most people that are working inside a business should work, and this is Claude Code if you want to start building things as well. We're going to just go into Claude Co-work, and so we're just going to, the first thing I'd like to do is going to add a file and just convert the operations. So this is where I keep my stuff. We've got the standard for the practice standards here, and then I would like to convert this to Markdown so that we can produce some documentation based on the standards. And another way to do this actually is to choose a different folder, and then we'll just go back to where I keep my accreditation stuff and allow always. And so it's now got full access to that folder. Put the Markdown document into the attached folder. Now this is set on Opus 4.6 high, and you don't need that level of processing for something like this. So probably Haiku is enough, and so then I'll go for it. It's starting to get work on it. Progress score over here, and yeah. Okay, the Markdown document is now produced over here. I'd like your help. Okay, so I'd like your help to get my team through accreditation. Please read the Markdown file. What documents do I need to produce in order to be compliant with accreditation? And remember, we're still in Haiku 4.5. And I haven't set this to planning mode. This is pretty simple stuff that we're doing at the moment. You can see here that Claude Code is, extracting it's telling you what it's doing basically at the moment after reading that document, and it's now running a command and it's creating a task. Now it's used a few commands. Let me create a structured summary of all required documents. Okay, the document's been produced. It's now sitting over here. It's in my accreditation folder, which we can go to, but you can read through the plan. So we have 7 documents needed for the communication and patient information standards. Governance and management, clinical management, information records. Okay. Now you will already have some of these documents in place, and so you can put them into that into your accreditation folder to use that as the basis, as a context to help you to create the next round of documents. Operations accreditation, and then we're going to go into this fake information one this time and create. Inside this folder, I've put in some some example emergency contacts, a couple of invoices, the 5th standards, and then I've also put those templates in as well. And so we've attached the associated folder. The prompt, I would like to utilize the documents inside the attached folder to fill out as much information as possible, and you can use the invoices as well as sources of contacts. You can now see that it's editing these plans. It's finished with the emergency response plan. It's now moving on to the disaster recovery plan. So it's created the documents, and here's an example of one of the documents. So this is the emergency response plan, and so it's taken the information from the contacts folder. We've got a fake doctor here that it's put in. It's got your GP fake practice. It's listed the names of the people at that practice as well. It's automatically put in fire and response appropriately, and staff contact details. So it's done a really good job at pulling the information from the invoices and from the contacts list and then populating these documents for you. So this is just an example one way of showing how you can get this sort of documentation for accreditation done much more quickly. And then if we go over here, we can see the same with the disaster recovery plan as well. It's been populated with all that information as well. I'll provide the RSCGP fifth standards in Markdown format for you, and the two disaster and emergency response plans templates for you as well. And then you just need to, get your own information into a folder so that you can then easily extract that information. So take invoices, extract the information to Markdown. Um, you'll have a list in document files, probably of your list of contacts of people in the business, doctors, site managers, all that sort of stuff. Extract that in the Markdown format, and then just basically get it mashed together by Claude, and this will save you a lot of time in developing some of those documents.